Hello and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. It is Wednesday, July 22nd, and we're over here by the command center. Just wanted to show I have crafted the second of these Bose-Einstein multi-blocks. The goal really was to get that done today, but the bigger blocks, the two I have crafted, are pretty small of the 5 different blocks that go into it, so I almost actually believe that I might end up needing more of those because they're how much easier they were to craft. But these two guys, which would be the, if I type in here, Bose-Einstein condensate and the observation array, both these suckers are huge, and my goodness, they take a lot. So now this is the wrong block. No, is that the right one? Yeah, because I did the apparatus before. Now I'm getting confused. Array is this guy. Entanglement apparatus is this. Oh, okay. They do look kind of saying apparatus. Kind of saying containment field. This is the other one. Sorry. I was like, I don't think I was right. I knew I had this one. This was the other one. Big one that's crafting. So hopefully, I believe from what I have left on the crafts looking through this, basically just Tesseracts and a little bit of Infinity should be pretty doable. It looks like a lot of Infinity and mutated living solder here, but that's fine. Yeah, so working on that. That's just kind of going on in the background. I decided to basically kind of force them through. You might even see too, my energy over there is in the red. With the new upgrades to the Forge of the Gods, that thing has, my power is finally like slowly going negative. Mainly too, because those crafts are huge and I've been pulling a lot of stuff out of here. But if we come over here, it's going to take a second to load in and then probably lag a little bit, but I did go. Maybe? There it goes. I did get the plasma fabricator installed where we had left off. This was what I was waiting on to craft, or I had just crafted, but I hadn't set it up. And unfortunately, what I feared, which was redstone plasma, was going to be a tier 5 recipe, and I didn't quite know what that meant at the time until I started looking into this a little more. By default, this guy can only go up, essentially it says tier 5, but for all intents and purposes there's basically tier 1, which is the compact 1 through 3 recipes, and tier 2, which is the compact 4 and 5 recipes. And this guy starts off just being able to do the compact ones, and then there's a additional modifier for complex plasmas that if we, like, say we were to look up celestial tungsten plasma, for example, is an easy one to show. If we come over here, multi-step plasma, yes. So even though this is a tier 1 through 3, or was, I can't do this quite yet. And so to get those, we need to do upgrades. Now, if we hop in here, not the milestone, to the Path of the Celestial, there was, where I had left off, I had all these guys done crafted. Then this guy was the next one, and that one represents the last of the, what's it called? The modules for this, which in this case, the last one is a Helo Fusion Exerciser, which you see I have crafted. It's not, the only reason it's not working is just because I don't have the input or output stuff for it. However, it is unlocked in here. I also, when I set up the craft, I also set up for all the consumables in there as well. So this guy's good to go whenever I set it up. Although I don't actually know what it does, to be completely honest. I haven't looked at that yet. So depending on when I finally look up what it does, how important it is. But I mainly wanted to do that so that I could start unlocking the stuff after this point, which is right down to this SEDS, which gives us tier 5 up to tier 5 plasmas. So I can make the redstone, and I really wanted that because I wanted to be able to craft UMV glass again, because the other UMV glasses all suck for recipes comparatively to this. This is really fast, a little more expensive than the others, and then ironically enough, if you go, I imagine this will change at some point, because if you go to UXV glass, it's back to just a boresight glass and some fluid. So it's kind of funny that the UMV one is like randomly thrown in like this to lock out the recipe. But yeah, now what's kind of weird about this when I was reading it is you actually can't get all of these from this quark gluon plasma isolation unit down to the null gravity. You cannot actually do all three paths. You have to pick a path and stick to it. When I first did it, I actually clicked through this way because I was looking at whatever this is. And then when I was reading it, I was like, oh, okay, I actually want to go this path to the right personally, because this guy over here, the temporal plasma, this is what will unlock that multi-step like the celestial one I just showed. And then these other paths are unlocked as you get, this is when we unlock ring 2, unlock ring 3, or vice versa. I don't know what any of these do specifically, so we'll see which one's more important to me down the line, but definitely being able to do multi-step plasma seems like a pretty good deal. So the next milestone I hit, which when I mean milestone, if you come over here and click milestones, you got charge for amount of power used, conversion for the number of recipes, composition for the number of modules installed, or catalyst for the amount of fuel used. Once I hit the next one of any of these, I should be able to, that'll give me enough graviton shards to unlock this guy. If I really got desperate, which I'm not too worried about it, I could just like, I don't even know actually. I don't know if I can undo this, but I'm not gonna bother with that. So this guy is good to go. I got this one set up, and currently the only plasmas I have over here are nitrogen, calcium, and redstone. The calcium I moved over here mainly because with this Bose-Einstein thing I've been trying to craft, the sheer amount of calcium plasma is like out of control. Calcium dust has suddenly become like one of my most consumed dusts, it feels like. I'm constantly needing more. I even upgraded my electrolyzer to overclocked UMV or UXV just to keep up with the calcium demand, which I did not expect to be doing over these couple days. But yeah, so got that upgraded, waiting, and that the plasma module itself is what suddenly put me into the red for power. As you can see, it's starting to go green again because now I am just waiting on Infinity and Tesseracts, which should be a lot more power friendly, but it's just funny that like did it. So then from there, so I got these crafted. Like I said, I got my UMV glass finally. The whole point of me wanting the UMV glass was to be able to upgrade my fluid extractors. The fluid extractors, I haven't got them fully set up yet, which is going to be a trend for this video, but because fortunately I did get busy at work. So I started setting these up. As you can see, I'm just going to go straight to UXV. Go with eternal coils. I started in this direction, filling out these guys to make sure it's exactly what I wanted. And then I'm gonna, sometime here tonight or tomorrow, I'll finish going through and upgrading all these guys so my fluid extracting's faster. Honestly, with the Forge of the Gods, it's helped alleviate some of the bottleneck that this was. But with this shouldn't be a bottleneck for a good while. We'll say down here, just to make sure I don't run out of output space or have problems there, I upped the number of output buses on each one and did them as like a separate channel with an anchor going into the output channel to the main network. So that's just a little change for how I did the setup down here. On top of, so, like I said, or from there, I didn't do too much else because I've been really, I'm glad I started pushing those multi-blocks through because of how I ended up getting busy at work, so I couldn't really play a whole lot, which was me kind of whatever. That's not a big deal, not being able to play, but most of it's crafted outside of, again, the Infinity and the Tesseracts, which will finish up those blocks hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, since the power started going to red, I started working towards the thought that I'm going to have to spam a few more Dyson swarms before I start messing around with antimatter, because I don't know how power hungry that'll be to set up or how long it'll take me to set up. So over here where I used to launch the rockets, I did a little cleanup with how everything was set up over here before, because like I just had it all thrown here. I think I'm going to make this a big old data center, because one of the blocks I've worked on in the background, but I haven't put to use yet, are the cloud server and client hatches, so that you can do data wirelessly. So the idea is just going to be, I'm going to have just a ton of quantum computers over here, all with server hatches, and those are not one-to-one, so excuse me, I'll have all these guys set up, and then it'll make it a whole lot faster to set up like Dyson swarms or like the research station, what have you. This is kind of the general layout, plus I'll still like build a actual building around them and all that stuff, but I left this here for if I do happen to launch a rocket again. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but just in case. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I might do it semi soon, because I never did set up my draconium reactor that I crafted. Mainly, oh, I think I just have it in my backpack. Yeah, I have it here. Mainly because I was reading, if this thing were to melt down, it would take out 200 block radius, which is, obviously you can roll back the server and stuff, but that's just annoying. And warded glass will not stop it. It will, if this goes, it takes warded glass and all. So I will probably throw this on the moon or somewhere else. Just haven't quite decided where. Might just even throw it on Anubis, because I already have the teleportation thing and I don't have to go to a new planet, but we'll see. So yeah, this guy, that's a work in progress. The general idea, like I said, will make it so I don't need to, when I set up the next 8 of these, have to do this portion of it with the computers over here. I'll just be able to do this portion of it with some client hatches. That is, if I didn't have the Bose-Einstein things crafting probably through the rest of the night, I would set up a pattern to literally craft all 8 of these at the same time and just set it all up tomorrow. But I think realistically, those will take all night. And then tomorrow, before I stop playing for the day, I'll set off a craft to set all these up, because I don't imagine I'll be doing any huge crafts tomorrow after I set that stuff up. It'll probably just be energy hatches and stuff in that vein. So once those finish crafting, and especially now that I'm not needing as much plasma out of there, I should be going net positive. So I'm not really worried about running out of power, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I still got 21,000 swarms, so we're doing just fine there. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, waiting on those to set them up, making progress on the Godforge, and really just upgrading stuff throughout the base. Like I said, it's just a bunch of random stuff at this point. Like here's the electrolyzer that I buffed up to UXV for calcium dust, because suddenly that became the most demanding dust ever. Just little things like that. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit shorter of a video today, but I want to knock all that stuff out for that way. The next video should be when I have all of the Bose-Einstein stuff crafted and set up, and see how exactly that works. And then we don't have to focus on a bunch of random knickknacks and asides. So I'm gonna keep at it, and I hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you either tomorrow or Friday, depending on how long that takes to craft. Good night. Goodbye.